All right, so you're thinking about maybe buying or selling a place in Winnipeg.
Big decision.
Huge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're doing your research, trying to figure out if Frank Versace is the right agent for you.
Always a good idea.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And luckily for us, there are tons of Google reviews from people who have actually worked with Frank, both buying and selling.
Yeah, those can be super helpful.
Totally. So let's dive into these reviews and try to get a sense of what it would really be like to have Frank in your corner during what can be a pretty stressful process.
Yeah, because buying or selling, it's not something you do every day.
Exactly. Big deal. So first impressions. What are we seeing here?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me is how many people talk about Frank's effectiveness.
Like they don't just say he's good. They give specific examples
Exactly, like Sandra, who sold her house in a week.
with multiple offers.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Makes you wonder what his secret is.
Right. Everyone wants a quick sale.
Sure.
Sure.
So how does he do it?
Well, a couple of reviewers mentioned his marketing skills. Yeah, they said he goes all out with professional photography staging advice, even drone footage.
Wow. So he really knows how to showcase a property,
Absolutely. And that's key these days.
especially with so many listings online.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Buyers have so many options, you need to stand out.
Totally. And it sounds like Frank gets that.
He does. And remember Carl?
The one who was blown away by the results.
Yes. He said Frank exceeded his expectations.
Hmm.
And when you combine that with the comments about Frank's negotiation skills,
Hmm.
it seems like he's not just listing a house, he's really fighting to get his clients the best possible outcome.
That's what you want in an agent.
Absolutely. Someone who's on your side and will go the extra mile.
Definitely. But let's be honest, a smooth real estate experience takes more than just one person, right?
Oh, for sure. There are so many moving parts.
Exactly. And speaking of moving parts, Solomon raved about Frank's entire team being highly knowledgeable and always ready to help.
Yeah, a good team can make all the difference.
Totally.
Yeah.
Think about all the paperwork, scheduling showings, coordinating inspections,
It can get overwhelming.
especially if you're trying to do it all yourself.
Exactly. With a dedicated team, you're more likely to have someone on top of every detail.
And hopefully a less stressful experience for you.
Exactly. Because, let's face it, buying or selling a home is a huge life event.
It is. And it can be super emotional.
Absolutely. So having an agent who's not just in it for the commission.
Right. Someone who actually cares.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what stood out to me about Orist's review.
What did he say?
He mentioned that Frank genuinely seems to enjoy his work and helping people.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah. It's not just about the money for Frank.
Seems like he actually cares about his clients.
It does, and that builds trust.
It does. Makes you feel like you're in good hands.
Exactly. Which is so important when you're making such a big decision.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And speaking of trust, another thing that came up a lot in the reviews was Frank's honesty.
Oh, yeah. Orist specifically mentioned that Frank didn't make outlandish promises.
Which is refreshing.
It is, because let's be real, some agents will say anything to get your business. Ugh, I know. But it sounds like Frank is upfront about potential challenges.
And lays everything out on the table.
Exactly. So you can make informed decisions.
That's so important.
It is. You want an agent who's honest with you, even if it's not what you want to hear.
Right. Because sugarcoating things doesn't help anyone in the long run.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So far, it sounds like Frank is the real deal.
He does right. Effective, strong team, genuine care for clients, honest.
A twinning combo.
Is this all just a coincidence? Like, maybe he just got lucky with these reviewers.
Well, Carl also called Frank one of the absolute best realtors in all of Winnipeg.
He did say that, didn't he?
And he mentioned that Frank is ranked in the top 3% of agents in the city.
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of recognition doesn't happen overnight.
It suggests a consistent track record of success.
And a deep understanding of the Winnipeg market.
Okay, so it's not just a fluke. Frank really seems to know his stuff.
It seems that way. And these reviews give you a pretty good idea of what it might be like to work with him.
They do. But of course, online reviews are just one piece of the puzzle.
Right. They're a good starting point.
But nothing replaces a face-to-face conversation.
Exactly. Reach out to Frank. Ask him about his approach, his experience with homes similar to yours.
Anything that's important to you.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision.
Absolutely. And here's something to think about as you prepare for that conversation. Imagine you're sitting across from Frank at your kitchen table.
Got it.
Based on what we've talked about today, what questions would you ask him?
Ooh, good question.
What would you need to know to feel totally confident in his ability to help you achieve your real estate goals?
Yeah, that's the key.
It is. So do your homework, talk to Frank, and trust your gut.
best advice.
Because finding the right agent can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
And hopefully this deep dive has given you a good place to start.
I think it has.
Awesome.
Yeah.